So, welcome to my learning conversation now. And
Thanks.
Okay. So this is my e-portfolio online, and I've created a Wix site because I didn't like the setup of Google Sites. But so basically here is like the main things that we need.
So it's not on Google?
No, but on the Google Sites, I've put a link to this,
Okay.
and it will be public
Right.
soon.
Okay.
So an e-portfolio is an electronic collection of evidence that shows your learning journey over time. So, within it, I have general capabilities, my PLP, and learning conversations, and then like my email address and so forth.
Right.
But this term we have been focusing on my PLP, which is a personal learning plan. So all year 10s have to do it. And we started off with a snapshot of me. So it's just basically about myself, my skills and interests. Do you want me to go through it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
So I went to St. John the Apostle Primary School and was there from reception to year 7, and then I went to Cardine College from years 8 and 9 and then moved here. My skills and interests, I listen to others and I like working with others, and I can
Working with others.
yes. And I'm interested in fashion, books, music, food, and young children and babies, and just cuddling them. I like shopping, reading, cooking, and watching TV shows and movies. I also like to go on Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, and go to the beach and play with our dog Hugo. And I like spending time with my friends and family. I don't like when I have no motivation, like when I'm not interested in something. I would prefer to be interested in it so that I can do it. And I don't like being woken up early. Yeah.
I have something to say about that though.
Yeah?
You are aware though, Rachel, that not everything you do will be things that you're interested in.
Yes, I know
And
that.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
some of those things are very relevant.
Yeah.
So need to be a bit careful about the interest bit, because I have students who look at me and say, I hate English, I'm not going to do it. I have no interest in it. But, that's going to be something that you
Yeah,
have
it's
to
just
work on.
we have to go through
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
just be a little careful with the interest bit, because sometimes that can come back and bite us later on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get
Look
it.
at its relevance,
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
what you're
when
doing.
it has importance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sometimes you have to do things anyway.
Yes.
You might get motivated to do them once you're into it.
Yeah.
And you understand why it's important for you,
Yeah. Okay. So at school, I have been involved in sports day, indoor soccer in term 1, and we hosted an exchange student from Japan, and her name was Ikumi. We attended the Science Alive show thing, so that we could see like the other ASMS students and what they had done. So we do Adventure Space, and I think I spoke to you about that in the last learning conversation. But this Adventure Space, I have started Be the Team Behind the Team, which is like sports medicine, and we're learning about how we can just provide the care needed for people who might get injured on the field or something like that.
How many people are in that group?
I think there's about 15 of us altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good. And I also participated in the International Science Week by doing a dance performance in the opening ceremony, because that was part of an adventure space previous to the
Did
one
you
I had.
enjoy
I enjoyed the dance. I didn't enjoy performing in front of everyone. But
I'm sure they're very grateful.
sure. Okay, and outside of school, I participate in dancing with some friends. Youth group as part of church, and I go to church too. And I babysit my siblings and sometimes other people's kids.
Oh,
And we also go to seminary every morning, which is basically like a Bible class.
Every morning.
Every weekday morning.
Oh, weekday.
Yeah. Until week 3 of temple. So, yeah. So I've included my learning styles, which I like to watch and like be part of like what the teacher or what someone else is showing me to do, and like I also like talking about what we're learning, not just like doing it exactly. I don't know. Anyway, I learn best when I can practice the new things and repeat them, as well as like an example, like Jess, one of the student teachers, she was teaching us about protein synthesis, and I didn't really get it. But then she like drew a picture on an A3 piece of paper, and then we copied it, and then we were able to like talk about it and learn from that. So that was good.
do you like to see things visually
Yeah.
or actually doing it?
Well, both.
Both.
Yeah. I don't learn well when my friends procrastinate around me.
Because you as well.
I mean, yes, of course, I'm quite prone to procrastination, but
So how are you thinking of overcoming that, Rachel? I mean, I don't see the problem for English as much, but
yeah,
do you see that happening in other subjects?
yeah, or even sometimes in English. But I can get things done if, like I've said here, that I can block people out if I like go to a different area and then just focus on my work.
So have you done that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep. So you are quite aware of when you are falling into the
Yeah.
big procrastination pit that
Yeah.
so you can crawl
Most
out.
of the
That's
time,
good.
yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
And she has to do a lot at home as well.
Yes, with
Catch up.
maths. Yeah. And also, yeah, I think I do need to improve on that a bit more, because sometimes I do procrastinate in class, and then, like, and I also need to make sure I have my assignments in order so that,
Yep.
like, I'm
So
not
planning,
doing one,
yeah.
planning ahead.
Organizing,
And,
yeah.
I mean, generally, I think I'm organized, but I think, yeah.
Can improve.
Yeah. Yeah, so we also had to include support networks, which is Geetha, Mum, Dad, and then also in the community, I have Mel Watt, who's a church leader, so she looks after the young women from like 12 to 18-year-olds, so she's pretty nice. And Joe Rice is our bishop at church, so and Taylor is my dance teacher, so they all help me in the community. And also part of the snapshot was the Trust 5, and so I trust my mum, my dad, Bishop, my grandma, and my auntie. So yeah, that's basically the snapshot, which is just the brief thing about that. And the others are under here. So understanding the capabilities. Well, first of all, the capabilities are critical and creative thinking, ethical understanding, ICT capability, intercultural understanding, literacy, numeracy, and personal and social capabilities. So to start off with, I read a bit about each of them, and then I spoke to Daniel Mackay, who's a Year 12 student at the ASMS, and he said that capabilities are a way of evaluating the way that you live your life and comparing it to the way society views things. So,
It's pretty deep.
yeah. So that's his view and whatever. And he learned about it through tutor group and lessons. And when I asked him how can I develop my capabilities, he said to study them and like start living them in your life and implementing them. Yeah. So and also through his people who helped him develop capabilities, I feel like they also helped me as well. Yeah, so that was a little bit about that. But I have more on the capabilities in developing them. So under each little topic, I've included a bit of a summary and example of how I have been doing it in the last term or semester, whatever you call it. So, look, I don't, yeah.
They're all just about stuff that you're learning in yourself? Or?
Yeah, so in ethical understanding, you know, there's like the brief little summary thing. But in exploring space, what we had to do just the other week was organise an investigation. But because our group chose to do it on stress, we were like, okay, we should talk to other classmates and get them to do a test for us. But to not conflict with ethical issues or anything, we like wrote a note explaining that their names would remain confidential. So they were aware of the ethical issues about our topic, our investigation. Yeah. So that's, yeah, and there's like little things in there, and like intercultural understanding. I've included that ASMS is like such a multicultural school and we can all learn from each other.
Yeah, that's great.
So, yeah. And then in the last couple of my PLP, I need to put it into my e-portfolio because I haven't yet. But defining my goals is basically like breaking down my short-term and mid-term and long-term goals, which a lot of my short-term goals are like passing my subjects, which I am doing, which is good.
Is it just passing? Passing is a C.
Yeah,
Is
but
that
like
all you
passing well, trying to aim for an A or a B is
So where are you now, basically?
where am I now?
Yeah, are you an A, B, or C?
I think I'm a B. At the
Largely a
moment.
B?
Well,
Yeah.
last semester, I thought your report was great. It had a
We
bit of
can-
everything.
Look on the portal. At my grades, if you want. Yeah, I think I'm largely a B now that you say that.
Largely.
Yeah.
You're not
no.
large at anything. You're cute.
So on the assignments, I don't know why it's doing that.
If you want your reports, I'm sure you can access it under...
Yeah, I have my reports, but just in general, it's my assignments, but it's
Not coming out.
being weird. Alright, let's try it again.
Yep,
Oh.
there it is.
Yeah, and so if you click grade, it will order it by grade.
That doesn't come up straight away.
Oh, well, those are the ones I've submitted and are in progress of being marked.
Oh, right.
So,
They're looking nice, like nice straight A's.
yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
There's a few A's,
They're doing
a
great.
few B's, and a few
Okay,
C's.
why are the C's there then?
All of them are in my first term, so I was still getting used to,
Yeah, getting the hang of things?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
yeah,
You're doing it. Yeah.
basically. So, yeah.
Now
Shows
they're
you
all
you can do
A's.
it, Rachel.
Yeah. And so yeah, the last couple are also like I need to insert into here. But my future learning and careers, I want to be a midwife at the moment. So yeah, could change. But
That's
even
what
though
your SIP's about, isn't it?
well,
Oh,
SIP
yeah.
is on anything really.
Okay.
But I have chosen to do my SIP on how I can become a midwife. And at the moment, well, I've discovered that only 2 universities here in South Australia offer the course, whatever, and also that there aren't any prerequisites. So, but the
Do you know what the ATA is like?
yes, which I didn't put in here, but the ATAR for a midwife is around 93 to 94,
Pretty high.
which is quite high. But there are alternate entries into getting into it. One of them is even doing a nursing course first, which is a lower ATAR, but a lot of the same background, and then you can add on a year of midwifery at the end. So,
So for nursing, the ATA is about 80 plus, I think.
at Flinders, it's
Yeah.
about 64. I think.
64. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's quite low
Want a few
because
more nurses.
yeah, they want a few more. But a lot of people, like I've heard that a lot of people think nursing is so low because it's easy, but it's not.
How is it easy? Oh
It's
my goodness.
not.
Yeah.
So it's just because they have more people that they have to accept and
We
whatever.
need more nurses.
Yes, and planning for the
We
future.
need more good nurses, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So this leads into planning for the future and so planning for the future I have at the moment I'm thinking because there are recommended subjects to take in year 12 to do the midwifery or nursing whatever. So one of them is obviously biology. And then I was talking to a midwife who said that, well, any other science subject as well as biology is good. But also English is good because there's a lot of essays and debates to be completed
a lot of
within the
debates.
university. Yeah. So, yeah, that's,
So English and the sciences.
yeah.
Are you planning on the maths?
Well, not necessarily.
Not
no.
necessarily. Okay. How's it going actually?
How's what?
Maths going? I mean, like
Math-
your CMLs and tests and things like that.
Oh, yeah, I got a B on my last test.
Which is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, like maths, I don't really. It's I know the thing about maths is because we're all doing our independent learning, with the CML, and then there's the test, which is like. Not everyone has been specifically working up to that test because they work at their own like pace, and then so sometimes that is hard.
So are you told when your test is coming up and
Yeah,
what
generally.
you need to cover?
Yeah, what we need to cover is pretty general, but if you talk to the teachers a bit more, which is what I have been doing, then I've been able to understand a bit more of what I need to learn specifically, not just for the test, but to help me as well. So, yeah, which is good.
Because our school offers methods as well now. Maths methods.
Yeah,
Yeah. And studies and spec, but if you don't want spec and studies, there is methods as well. If just a consideration, not asking you to take it, possibly not even something that you value, but there's an option there as well.
Yeah. There's quite a few options. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, and I am still yet to insert my previous learning conversation into here. But this is like I think we're like, when do we have to finish?
Well, we should be finishing soon.
Okay. Well, I was supposed to talk a bit about these, but
Subjects, yeah.
so biotechnology, I have Anne as my teacher for the science part and Geeta for the English part. But science, we've been learning genomics and fermentation. So, genomics is pretty interesting. We started off with like the protein synthesis with Jess as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all about the genes and like, as well as like, we looked a bit on cloning, like with genes
Okay.
in there and
Sheeps, animals.
oh
No?
yeah,
Yeah.
like Dolly the sheep.
That guy.
Yeah. So we looked a bit on that and also DNA, fingerprinting and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that was basically in there. And then for English, we watched Gattaca, which is about the DNA sequencing. And then, but then again, we did an English part, which is like, I wrote diary entries in the view of one of the characters.
Yes.
So that was pretty interesting. Earth and Cosmos. I started off with Tisha and Terry, and we learnt a lot about general space and yeah. But now, because we had specializations, I chose exploring space. So now I have Andy and Marcus. So with Andy, we learnt about biology and psychology in extended space travel. So that was pretty interesting. And at the moment, we're doing those investigations that I was telling you about before with the stress and like stuff like that. And SIP, I told you I was doing midwifery, adventure space, the sport,
Group,
medicine,
yeah.
whatever. Maths, Tristan's my teacher. and Maya. So yeah, which is when we do the CMOs, and at the moment we're doing a group project. English, I already spoke about that, and yeah.
Great. What's your favourite subject?
Oh, I have one of my
English.
teachers here, but
You don't have to worry, dear.
no, I like SIP because it's interesting to me. Like,
It's because
You're
you're
into
doing
it.
something
Yeah.
you're interested
Yeah.
in finding out.
That's
I think
right.
very valuable too, because at least then you're actually plotting your pathway.
Yeah, you can use it in the future, what you're learning.
So no other personal goals, Rachel? Academic
Wait.
goals, but personal goals?
personal goals. I want to travel, but I also want to.
Yeah. You want to save up to go away with
Yeah.
a group
Uh,
next year?
Yeah, I want to go on a trip with like. Oh, I forgot what it was called. Oh, Gap Medics.
Yes.
Whatever. And they go to like less developed countries and work in hospitals or whatever. So I want to do that, and but I don't have a job, so so a goal would be to get a job. But,
So are you
Yeah.
working on that?
yes, I have like a resume put together, but I haven't really applied very much.
Waiting till hopefully the Christmas holidays because she's got such a busy load. I just don't think it's useful for her to get a job till after school finishes this year. She's worked out what the year's all about, and then next year it won't be such a
Mad
new
rush,
environment.
Yeah,
Be good. Hopefully get something over Christmas.
yeah, hopefully. We'll see how that goes.
Is driving one of the plans too, or do you
Yeah.
Well,
already
that's a
have
good idea.
February next year. Yeah, we have.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but also my twin brother is doing it too, so we have to share a car. We're hopefully going to.
You can help each other learn.
Yeah. So that'd be cool.
It should be nice to him. He can pay for all the petrol. He's got a job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He works at KFC. Yeah.
A job is a job. Nothing to
Yeah.
look down on.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still.
Yes, I think she should apply there at Christmas. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So you happy with things in school?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like having to catch the bus every day, but that's not necessarily school, so yeah. Other than that, it's pretty
like it.
It's part of the choice, though, of coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're around no longer then, are you? Yeah.
Chrissy's Beach.
Christie's Beach.
Yeah.
Like it's only one bus. Some of you have to catch two.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's going great. I think the school challenges her very well. It's great.
Great, yeah.
She's learning a lot
Yeah.
more than what I've seen at her other high school.
I think it's the pressure we put on them sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
They are in shock sometimes. They come to me and they say, "Are you going to mark my draft?" And I say, "No, you're going to mark it."
Yes.
And they look at me and say, "What do you mean we're going to mark it?" I say, "Yeah, you're going to look through your essay and say, which are the bits that make you feel uncomfortable? And then I want you to think about why it makes you feel
Yeah, that's
uncomfortable. And
great.
come and talk to me about it, you know. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm not marking your errors." "Why not?" I say, "Because, darling, in year 12, you will have to do it on your own. I won't be sitting there and I can't. That's not even
That's right.
ethical, you see. So it'll be you learning this in year 10 and 11 and me waiting there to catch you if you fall. And by the time you're in year 12, you're good to do it yourself, you know.
yeah.
It's training ground for us, you
It's
know.
great.
Can be a bit of a, you know, it's a scary thing, but at this point, the stakes are very low. If things go wrong, I can still move you on, you know.
Yeah.
Year 12, the stakes are high, so we
Yeah.
need to prepare ourselves. It's like going for a war, you know. What are the strategies? That's how you can ask any of the year 12. They tell you,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
this is like war, war, I say, "Don't worry, you make sure you're not a casualty."
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Lucky it only lasts for a year.
Yeah.
9 months.
So you happy then?
Yes.
Good, Rachel.
Yes.
Now,
I'm very
if there's any issues, please come and talk to me, okay?
I will.
And for mum as well, you know, if there's anything that she's raising that's, you know, she's not comfortable with, she's pretty good in that sense, you know, but just in case, you know,
That's
yeah,
right.
because wherever we can help you, be valuable before it snowballs, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's great.
Thanks.
Okay, good girl.
Thank you.
Now,